over. The Mariners hang on and win it this afternoon. A final score of 4-3.
Mariners radio on the call. M's beat the Yankees with Robinson Cano, a big piece of it. A pair of two-run home runs off Michael Pineda to account for the M's offense. Elsewhere in the AL East, Rays trying to pick up a game on the Yankees in Toronto.
And here's a swing and a high fly ball into left. Carrera going back to the track. He's at the wall. Gone! Home run! Kurt Kcaa with a home run, and the Rays have taken a 3-2 lead.
Call courtesy of the Rays Radio Network, and it's Tampa Bay beating Toronto 3-2. National League Final, a game that started Friday night but ended on Saturday because of a lighting outage at National Stadium. The Nats beat the Dodgers by a score of 5-3. One game still going, top of the 12th. Kansas City and Chicago, they are tied at 6. News from soccer. There was news earlier today that soccer legend Pele was in the hospital. Many wondering why. It turns out he had back surgery. He'll be released in a couple of days. I'm Jason Page, NBC Sports Radio.
This is KCAA.
Consider this your invitation to sell. At buysellmakeoffer.com, you can sell as much as you want for the next 60 days without paying any fees whatsoever. Sound incredible? It is, and it's true. Buysellmakeoffer.com is the new exciting way to sell your stuff online. Make extra money right now. Sell your old car, furniture, video games, household items, clothes, even your home. Sell anything that's legal. Load up your stuff to sell right now at buysellmakeoffer.com. This is your official invitation to get on board to sell your stuff right now. Free for the next 60 days. And once you see how easy it is, you'll want to sign up for more because there are no item fees. That's right. Take this opportunity to move items from the other guys and sell it for free. You might even win a Samsung tablet, Amazon gift cards, and other cool prizes. BuySellMakeOffer.com is the future of online selling. You can use Skype to talk to your buyer or seller. Plus, you can use video to showcase your items. BuySellMakeOffer.com. It's time for the KCAA Community Calendar, brought to you exclusively by Learn for Life, a growing network of public charter schools. The clear mission of Learn for Life is to motivate and mentor students who have dropped out of school and provide them with the personalized education and technical training necessary to advance their lives.
Here's a look at the community calendar. I'm Successful Brim. The Edward Dean Museum is happy to announce another new Sherlock Holmes-inspired mystery dinner theater performed by the Actors Forum. Sherlock Holmes and his recently empowered landlady, Mrs. Hudson, are called to a foreboding country estate to investigate a violent murder. The suspects include 2 women, a young boy, and a ghost. Tickets are $50 and includes appetizers, dinner, dessert, and of course the thrilling performance of the loosely based Turn of the Screw by Henry James. Reservations must be made as there is limited seating per performance. There will be 2 performances, Saturday, July 18th and Friday, July 24th. The time is 5 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Please contact the Edward Dean Museum to reserve your space today. 951-845-2626 or visit edwarddeanmuseum.org. Again, 951-845-2626 or visit edwarddeanmuseum.org. And that's a look at the community calendar on KCAA 1050 AM.
The KCAA Community Calendar is presented exclusively by Learn for Life, a growing network of public charter schools where students can complete their education on a part-time basis. To find a resource center nearest you, call 1-877-360-LEARN or visit Learn for Life online at learn4life.org.
From the KCAA Weather Center, I'm Rod Tanner. For this afternoon, we'll have scattered showers and thunderstorms. It'll be mostly cloudy with a high of 90. A 2 in 10 chance of shower and storm activity continues tonight. It'll be mostly cloudy at 72. There's a chance of a shower. We could have a thunderstorm Sunday. It'll be partly sunny, our high 93. Monday will start the week with a 2 in 10 chance of showers and storms. Mostly sunny skies at a high of 89. We'll have patchy fog well into Tuesday morning. We'll have a sunny day otherwise with a high of 90. For this afternoon, our high should be near 90, and that's your weather forecast for this hour from the station that leaves no listener behind. NBC News Radio, AM 1050, KCAA.
I want to keep my lawn.
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 We want to keep our lawn.
This is Rob from the Water Zone Show. Tune us in every Thursday evening at 6 p.m. and we'll tell you how to keep your lawn while reducing your landscape water usage.
You just entered the Gotcha Zone. Line up to the start line and get ready to race with your host, Joe Britt. It's time for Gotcha Racing, live on Kcaa 1050.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines and get ready for an action-packed, fun-filled hour of everything a motorhead ever loved or lived. Gotcha Racing with Joe Britt. Welcome to Gotcha Racing. This is Joe Britt.
Hey there, race fans. Welcome me back to the hot seat. It seemed like it's been a long time since I've been sitting in the studio wanting to communicate with the masses out there in listening land. Let me start this out by saying I come to you a humble man. A humble man that is a reflection of God's grace and greatness. A humble man that is standing on the shoulders of ancestors. Hello, America. Look alive, California. Wake up, San Bernardino. Stand and be counted, Inland Empire. For this is your host, Joe Britt, coming to you loud, clear, and strong from the desert to the sea on the powerful KCAA Talk Radio 1050 AM. You know what? Who says it never rains in California? It's raining outside. It's not raining cats and dogs, but nevertheless, it's raining outside, folks. But I tell you, to get us out of this drought, we're going to need a monsoon. You hear me? We're going to need a monsoon that would last about a good week or so we can fill up our reservoirs in California and have the life that we were living once past. But nevertheless, we will continue to go on in beautiful Southern California. Welcome aboard, race fans. As normal, I have to do just a little bit of house cleaning, okay? For you that are listening, for you that want to listen by your smartphone or your cell phone, because you just happen to be in an area where you can't get the signal, could be under a rock somewhere, could be in a tunnel. Here's a number, 832-999-1050. That's 832-999-1050. Now, for those of you who want to call into the studio and talk to who? Me? Yes, me, Joe Britt, your host. That number is 888-909-1050. 888-909-1050. For the local callers, okay? Now that number was a long distance number. For the local callers, it's 909-888-5222 or 5224. I'll repeat that. 909-888-5222 or 5224. For those of you who are saying, well, what is this guy all about? We know he runs his mouth 24/7. We're on the net and we're on podcasts. So let's say you want to get one of our previous shows and download it and listen to it and see what's going on with it. That address is kcaaradio.com. Okay. Once you hit that, go to the Saturday's lineup and you will see me, smiling face Joe, at 4 o'clock. Press podcast, and voila, all the shows we've done before will pop up, and you can do what the heck you want to do with them, okay? Now, we're also on Facebook under Gotcha Racing, and we are on the net under Gotcha Racing TV or GotchaRacing.com, okay? If you want to email me with some questions or how can I get my stickers, that would be jbritt, B-R-I-T-T, jbritt at .kcaa@gmail.com. Now, our business address for our media would be grtv.media@gmail.com. That's for all you racing fans out there who want to talk to us on a different level, of course, some sponsorships or something like that, okay? We got a great lineup today. Oh, yeah. Even though it's raining outside, it's not raining inside. It's raining outside. We got a great lineup today. Folks, I got something very special at the end, all right? And I'll tell you this, and I'll tell you a little bit. So I'm going to give you some racing news, okay? We have a couple of interviews that we've done at the Indy track, which I'm going to put on, and that was a couple of weeks back when I was out and about. We have our road warrior, Chris, calling in to give you safety tips on motorcycles and what the motorcycle community is doing right now, okay? And we're trying to and also have a nice interview off track that I did a couple of days ago with some guys that are really doing something really special in Fontana. I'm going to see if I can put that on. Hopefully, it's not long enough where we're going to have to cut blah blah blah. I want it to be intact, right? And then, of course, as usual. Now, at the end of the show, even though we are motorsports related, and we talk about racing and with tires and gas and octane and whatnot, I've always opened up the last 10 minutes of the show. If anybody in the community wants to call and said, hey, Joe, guess what we're doing? Now, it doesn't have to be motorsports related, okay? No, it doesn't have to be. So if you want to communicate to the masses out there via this show, Gotcha Racing Live, I'll give you a minute and a half, okay? 1 minute and a half. Got to be clean, okay? No cussing and no derogatory terms. Just put the message out. You have a minute and a half. Now, that number to do that, let's go back to the other number now, would be local 909-888-5222. 909-888-5222. Okay, you know something? In the racing world, man, we've had someone to die in the racing world. A young man, age of 25, Jules Bonacci. He's been in a coma for 8 months, man, and he just passed away yesterday. Well, that race, what happened when he was in Japan racing the Formula One, he hit a truck, and a safety truck, and from that point on, he's been in a coma ever since. So my condolences. They from Gotcha Racing to his family have to go out into the racing community. Now. So Formula One is saying they're going to do some more changes because they want to make it safe. The guy hit a safety truck, not the wall, not a barrier, but a safety truck. My goodness, young man at 25. Never. Oh, okay, that's tragedy. All right, so do you know in NASCAR, Gordon got hit? The famous Robbie Gordon got hit. And where was that? Jeff Gordon got hit in the pits, not in the pits, but backing out his $1 million automobile, and he got hit. And no one told him, hey, another car was coming. So Boyer collided with him in the garage. Boom. So his right side rear panel is damaged. Okay? And that was practice. That wasn't a real race. They were just practicing. And but you know what? That's racing. That's racing. So don't put your lip out. That's racing. And that's how it's done. Not all the time, but don't be pissed off. You get hit when you're racing. Don't get on a hot track like the young man did about a year ago and got really pissed off. And he got run over. No. When they say a hot track, believe me, it's a hot track. You don't let your emotions get the best of you. Okay, now here's something funny that I caught in England. Okay, there was a, I guess you could say I'm not gonna call the guy a thief. Okay, but the guy has a business in England, and what he did was something, I don't know. It's crazy. This guy owned a jewelry store, and he sold counterfeit goods, and his business is mostly in cash. So what he did one afternoon was to go into a Lamborghini dealership and buy a Lamborghini cash. Beautiful car. Beautiful. And it was a 2015 Lamborghini. You believe this guy? So he paid cash, and guess what? Popo knocked on his door a minute later. And they got him. You don't flash that kind of money and think you're going to get away with it. But anyway, they got him. They got the car. And they fined him $785,000. And they're saying to him, if you don't pay within 3 months, guess what? You're going to do a 4.5-year bid. You believe that? A 4.5-year bid because he wasn't smart enough to hide his money. And that's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. When you're not that smart, you get caught up, and that's the way it is. I thought I thought across the pond they were a little smarter than that, but I guess not. Okay, now at the end of our show, most of you know that, well, maybe you don't know, okay? I am chairman of the board for Rialto's Park and Recs Commission, okay? I've been a city commissioner for the past 22 years. This year in Rialto, we did something new, you know? We call it the Voice of Rialto. And it was pretty much set up like the American Idol. Well, we had judges, and I was one of the judges, and we had people from all walks of life coming in front of us and performing. And then, okay, we'd chop away and chop away and chop away, and then we got the best 6, okay? Now, there's a young lady that stuck out, okay? She didn't win the competition, but you know what? I noticed her voice. And the song that she was singing did not let her advance. But nevertheless, let me tell you something, folks. This young lady has a voice. And I said, I'll be doggone. I'm going to let her sing to you with a nice song that she has at pretty much the end of the show. So this young lady, I think she's about 17 or so. Great voice, great voice. But let me digress a little bit. You're in for a heck of a ride. JP, Joe Pagano, why don't you let's pay some bills here and come back to me. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, no.
Don't worry about a thing, pretty lady. You're in good hands with J&K Auto Body Paint and Repair. J&K Auto Body has been serving the Rialto area for years and are considered to be one of the oldest and the best auto body shops in town. The right people with the right tools and the right experience that can give you the service and the quality that you expect. 24 hours, 7 day a week towing is available. That's J&K Auto Body, 241 South Palm Avenue, Rialto, California, across the street from the Metrolink station. Call us at 909-875-0400, 909-875-0400. That's 909-875-0400.
You're listening to Kcaa Racing live on KCAA 1050 AM with Joe Britt. Now get to the chopper. Hasta la vista, baby.
I guess it would work if I put my mic on, right? Okay, we're back in the driver's seat. This is your host, Joe Britt, Kcaa Racing Live, coming to you every Saturday at 4 o'clock. We have a fantastic show. Now, what I'm going to put on next very quickly will be an interview that I took at the Indy race. So, Mr. Pagano, go ahead and load it up. Okay, folks, what you're in the background, you know where I am today. I am in Fontana, California at the Indy race, okay? So they've just started their round on the 25th lap right now, and they're just kicking butt. They tell me that the speed today will be about 2:05. You know, the weather's great for it, man. You know, the weather has a small overcast, whatnot, you know, and the sun is like playing peekaboo with us, but when it comes out, man, it's putting you on it. It comes out very hot, but nevertheless, I'm standing here on the other side of the grid talking with one of the guys who are broadcasting from Kcaa on Sunday mornings, i.e. Sportsnet. So, how you doing, man?
Hey, man, it's beautiful. We're out here at the historic Auto Club Speedway in the great city of Fontana. I'm Eternal with IE Sportsnet. Man, this is a wonderful event, man, and we're glad to be covering it.
How the heck did you get these credentials like this, man?
Hey, man, you know, we're willing and dealing. Hey, we're the Inland Empire Sports Authority, so if it's going on in the IE, we got access to it.
Well, you heard that. You heard that from the sports authority person. You know, actually, folks, I have a connection with these folks, right? I do their engineering in the morning, and I love to be there pushing those buttons because these guys have a heck of a show. Folks, I said a heck of a show. So they come on at it's 8 o'clock, right?
It's 8 o'clock every Sunday morning, IE Sportsnet. Again, you guys can check us out on our website, iesportsnet.com. Man, these cars are going fast as heck out here. I think they're going, I just saw the speedometer tip 224 miles an hour going around the curve. That's great.
That's speed. That's some serious speed. But you know, folks, serious speed costs serious cash. These boys are not playing. They're not playing. I love to be around gas, fumes, and money. So
yes, it is. Lots of it, baby. Lots of it.
Okay, bro. You know what? I will see you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
You got it. Thanks for being on the show.
Always a pleasure, man.
Okay. Okay, folks. That was me interviewing the guys at Sports, IE Sportsnet, and I tell you, they have a heck of a show right now. They're on hiatus as of I guess it was last week, so I guess they'll be taking just a little bit of time out. But that's something. That show, 8 o'clock on Sunday morning, is something you should listen to. It's really good, actually. It's really good. So they're covering that type of sports, not the I guess they kind of slip it into to my field also, but you know, we are pure motorsports here, and I was surprised that they were covering that portion of sports. I know they do a lot of basketball, football, hockey, and all that stuff there in the IE. But nevertheless, they're taking hiatus, and we are still here. Like I said, Saturday, 4 o'clock. What do you say? Same bat channel, same bat station. But nevertheless, we are here. You know what? My correspondent, Chris, will be calling in pretty soon. Now, let me tell you a little bit of history about Chris. He's been riding bikes over about 30 years now. And I call him my authority when it comes to two-wheel riding. He knows. I almost bought his Tiger from him, but I didn't get there fast enough. He had a Triumph Tiger. I'm a rider also. Okay, no, I don't ride as much as I should because I tell you, I just don't have the time anymore to do that. But I almost bought his Tiger to do some off-road events, you know, and I just couldn't get there fast enough. But Chris, now he rides a Goldwing, which is a Cadillac of Cadillacs of bikes. Now, not a lot of you say, it's Japanese. Yes, it is, but it's real smooth and it has all the bells and whistles on it, right? And I know a lot of you are Harley Davidson enthusiasts, you know, because it's American made, and Harley Davidson is a great bike. But nevertheless, I really enjoy his particular bike. And it's big enough. Hell, you can almost tow a motorhome with that sucker. Anyway, I have our correspondent, his name is Chris, and I call him the Road Warrior. Chris, are you on the line?
Hey, Joe. How you doing today, Joe?
You know, dude, the clapping is always for you. You know that. I appreciate you. Okay.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm doing great, man. I'm above ground, and everything else is like
that's always a good start.
That's right. Everything else is like a cherry on the top of a pie. So I have no complaints at all, dude. How are you doing? How's your family?
I am doing good. Family is doing good. Thanks for asking. All is well. So a little rainy out today, but you know, we need it, so that's always a good thing.
So who says it never rains in California? Who said that?
There you go. Today we proved them wrong.
That's
one
right.
Day anyway.
I was telling the folks on the air, I said, man, we need a monsoon, you know?
Well, we might have gotten it here. I'm standing outside right now under an awning and a little thunder going on above me, so we might just have that.
Well, let's hope for the best, man. Now, here we are praying for rain, and Bankies are saying, rain, go away, go away. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
especially for those of us on two wheels. We sometimes it's okay to ride in rain, but other times, you know, we just prefer it dry and nice and good.
I understand that. So, Chris, the Road Warrior, what do you got for us today?
Yeah, well, today I want to touch base on something that's kind of a little touchy subject with some people, but you know, it's got to be said, and that is basically noise in general from our motorcycles, and you know, I feel, and as most of this is, it's just my opinion, that we have a responsibility to be respectful to those around us when we ride as well. And, you know, some of the bikes out there are just a little bit too loud, you know. I don't mind a loud bike, honestly. I like the tone of some of these new bikes coming out and some of the modifications on some of them. But, you know, these open pipe bikes and the really excessively noisy ones, they're doing more damage than good. And I'll tell you why. First off, our own health and well-being. Being on a motorcycle, we're subject to a lot of ambient noise as it is, road noises, other vehicles around us. And if our motorcycles are running loud, we're just damaging our own hearing. You know, we're sitting right on top of those pipes. And, you know, we're just prematurely making ourselves go deaf.
Hold on a minute. Chris, hold on a minute. Don't lose that thought. You're talking about the rider himself, right? The rider listening to that noise.
The rider, if he's got a passenger, and honestly, even the people that he might be going past.
Dude, well, that's me. That's me.
Right.
You know, weeks ago, weeks ago, literally scared the bejesus out of me, dude. You know, I got my window down. I'm kind of listening to my tunes, and all of a sudden, bike passed by with no muffler, scared the holy crap out of me, dude. I almost lost all my 9 lives.
There you go. And here's the point I'm trying to make. You didn't hear him coming, did you?
No, I did not.
It wasn't until he was on top of you that you realized, whoa, you know. And that's another point I wanted to make, and I'm glad you brought that up. I really am, because I don't want to say the excuse, but the thing that everybody falls back on that likes their loud pipes is that it saves lives. People hear you coming. Well, that's a myth, because as you just said there, we don't hear you coming. I mean, I'm a rider, and I'm looking for riders, and it still sneaks up on me from time to time. I'll see you coming. Nobody ever says, I didn't hear him coming when they hit you. They said, I didn't see you coming. It's a visual thing. So, you know, unless you turn your pipes around and point them out in front of your motorcycle, we're not going to hear you.
And you know that won't happen. You know that won't happen.
Well, of course not. And that'd be silly to do anyway. But, you know, that's exactly the perfect point. So, what, you know, saying that loud pipes save lives, there's nothing proven about that. It's really kind of mythological. And, again, what you're doing is you're damaging your own hearing, and you're also decreasing the overall performance of your machine, unless it's been tuned especially for those pipes, which in most cases they haven't been. And that's why race bikes, track bikes, yeah, they're open pipe, but they're also tuned and built for that lack of back pressure. Our road bikes have to have some back pressure to perform properly all the way through the power band, from low end to top. You'll get a little low end, but you're going to lose on top of it.
Well, you know.
Having said that, you know, these bikes are as loud as. Now I'm talking about the excessively loud guys. There are some loud that are acceptable levels, sure. I'm talking about the ones that have literally been measured to be as loud as or louder than a rock and roll concert in a stadium. I'm serious. They've been measured over 110 decibels. That is damaging to the human hearing.
Chris, so Chris, are we talking about straight pipes?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they might look like they're a baffled pipe, but to be that loud, there's no baffle. That's straight open piping.
Well, you know something? Yeah. There's nothing beautiful than a sound of a well-tuned bike that you can hear from a muffler that's been tuned for that particular bike. You know, it could be a rice rocket, but man, if you can do it just right, and a lot of guys, you know, they got the science down on that, and it's really nice. But even that scares, man. If I'm in traffic and those guys pass by me, even with the rice rockets, and they rev that rascal up, I just lost all my lives, man.
Right. No, I'm right there with you. They even passed me on my own bike. You know, I see them coming, but I don't realize how loud they are until they're right on top of me.
Well, how are they going to pass you? Wait. How are they going to pass you in that motorhome that you're driving as a bike? What are you talking about passing you, man?
I ride the quietest bike in the world, man. I still don't hear them coming. But, you know, yeah, no, believe it or not, it does maneuver. But, you know, so anyway, back real quickly, what I want to touch base here, too, is the fact that, unfortunately, this is also, you know, aggravating so many people to the point to where we're getting laws passed that are going to be coming down on us. as a whole, not just motorcycles, but cars also, that, there are already laws on the books about excessive noise of all kinds, whether it be just running your radio too loud or your pipes or what have you. But the problem is that there hasn't been any way to measure it. It's like saying, oh, you're driving too fast. Well, what is too fast? Well, we got speed limits. The limits say this is what's too fast, and this is what they enforce. Well, we're now going to start having noise limits. We finally have developed the technology to the point to where someone will be able to measure the noise from a given device, be it a car or whatever, and say, here's what the limit is. Here's what the law says the limit is. And at a given distance, using this device, of course, it'll be after you're already pulled over, they'll be able to measure it and have an accurate number. This is what's going to happen. You're going to be cited for this. You're going to have to fix it. You're still going to have to pay a fine. In California, they don't let you get away with no money. Everything costs.
Now
and,
is the right...
And you're going to have to go back to your modified pipes. So I guess I'm reaching out to the guys that haven't done it yet, as well as the guys who have. If you're thinking about it, don't do it.
Listen.
Because it's going to come back and bite you.
Chris, now's the time for that. Now, the law just passed about now you can ride the white line fever, and it's legal. Okay.
Right.
So that's going to put it's legal to to ride that white line. So you're going to be up and close and personal to me when you're riding your bike on the freeway. So it's the timing is right. It's if one of these our senators or our assembly people can get the language correct on that. Okay, for the noise and the decimals on straight piping and bikes going, by you. Now is the time to go ahead and do that and take it up to Sacramento and see if we can get that vote.
Well, it's already there.
Yeah.
It's already in process. I was just reading in one of my magazines about the actual device that measures that they'll be using to measure. It looks kind of like a small radar gun, but. And from a given distance, and it's hard saying what the language is going to say at given distances, I imagine it's going to be about 50 feet, something reasonable that an officer can pace out or measure out, and be able to use this device and come up with an accurate reading. And, it's coming. This isn't a matter of if, but when.
Okay. And it makes sense, too.
If you put loud pipes on your bike, really loud ones, I'm not saying the ones that are tuned and sound nice, but they consider excessively loud, and that's going to be also in the languages as far as what the actual decibel reading is. But, hold on to your stock pipes, because you'll probably need to be swapping them back here within the next couple of years.
It makes sense.
I would imagine, or sooner.
Makes sense.
So anyway, that's my my little tidbit of advice and what's going on in my little head.
So,
for today.
hey, Chris. So, would you call that your 2 cents of information, or 5?
My 2 cents. That's it. It might be all it's worth. And honestly, if you do have a lot of pipes on your bike, and it is a subject that people have been afraid to talk about. I'm not, obviously, but it's something that's being thrown around up on the hill. So it's coming.
And that would be of course, folks, for the off-road community. This has nothing to do with you, okay? Off-roading has. We're talking about street bikes.
Now, off-roading, track racing, so on and so forth. That's true. But there is also other things being put into place as far as distances from residential areas and riding areas and so on. That's a whole different thing from what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm talking about just the on-road guys.
Makes sense. You know what, man? I always appreciate you calling in because you always have a lot of information for the biking community, and I know it's well appreciated, and I know they're listening.
I'm glad to hear that. I hope so. And if anything I say or do can help anybody out, then hey, that's awesome. I'm glad to be able to be there.
Appreciate the call, brother.
Glad you have me out here.
Appreciate the call.
You know what? Have yourself a great day and enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the rain, dude. Take care.
There you go. Thanks a lot, Bill.
All right, JP, take us to a commercial break, please.
Oh, no.
Don't worry about a thing, pretty lady. You're in good hands with J&K Auto Body Paint and Repair. J&K Auto Body has been serving the Rialto area for years and are considered to be one of the oldest and the best auto body shops in town. The right people with the right tools and the right experience that can give you the service and the quality that you expect. 24 hours, 7-day-a-week towing is available. That's J&K Auto Body, 241 South Palm Avenue, Rialto, California, across the street from the Metrolink station. Call us at 909-875-0400, 909-875-0400. That's 909-875-0400.
You're listening to Kcaa Racing live on KCAA 1050 AM with Joe Britt. Now get to the chopper. Hasta la vista, baby.
Okay, I had to turn my mic on here. This is Joe Britt, your host of Kcaa Racing Live, and we are back in the driver's seat. And we come to you every Saturday with some great information. And let's go ahead and put that interview that I interviewed in the garage at Indy. So hold on to your seats, folks. Go ahead, JP. Load that up, man. Hey, Kcaa Racing fans. You know what? I am in the garage, and this is where you want to be. Okay, we're at the IndyCar race in Fontana, California, at the Speedway, and I am in the garage. And guess what? I have a local guy from Riverside that has been following the racing. So let's talk to him for a hot second. How you doing, sir?
Oh, fantastic. How about you?
You know what? I always say I'm above ground, man.
That's always good.
So what do you think about this?
This is where it is. This is it. Open wheel racing is the game.
What? Now you say you've been following this, right? So
what I sat in my living room and watched Indy. I couldn't make it there.
What are the speeds you think they'll be hitting today? How do you think what's his name, Pablo, would do today?
On Pablo?
Yeah.
He always does well. This is a big track. This is 2 miles long. It's a great race.
So would you say he's a crowd favorite?
He's one of the favorites. They're all favorites.
So if you had to take your pick between the top 3, okay, who would be your top 3?
Mario Andretti's always my top. He's not in the race today. Tony Kanon's here. We got Juan Pablo.
Well, see, now here you go, folks. This guy, he's a race fan, okay? What you've gotten is straight out the mouth of a race fan. And you gotta love our race fans in California because we do get around to the tracks and we love racing. We love racing. Now, here's a question I must ask you. Do you remember the old Riverside track?
RAR. I've got a t-shirt that says the legend never ends.
Do you really? Now we got some goofy condos and a mall sitting up there. Man, you know what? Back in the day, guys, I took pictures of who was that? It was the popcorn guy, Newman with his doctor, with his doctor racing. So that's how far we go back. You know, I love this race. I love the series, especially Indy. I can watch this rascal all day. The technology they put in these cars are absolutely phenomenal. I'm looking at, what do you think about $1 million worth of automobile right there? About more than that, yeah. With just the tires alone, it cost about $50 grand a pop, right?
I'm looking at a picture over here of Marco Andretti, third generation. I've got a picture of Mario Andretti that I took when I was in high school from something yesterday when he was in the International Racing Championship.
Really? You want to sell it?
He signed it. It's on my wall.
Oh, and that's where it will stay. Okay. This is Joe Britt, and you know what? I always say this is off track, but I got dog it today. We're on track today in Fontana, California at Indy. And as I said before, folks, we're going to split this show up. I'll be doing some first half of the hour Indy, and then the second half of the hour the Great Race in San Bernardino, California. Okay, we're out. Okay, folks. All right. That was the interview that we did at Indy, and that was the garage. You know, for you motorheads out there that love the smell of high octane and love to see $1 million vehicles and their teams, that's the place to go. So whenever Indy does come back in town, or NASCAR, if you can get the tickets, man, there's inside the garage, they have it set up so all the regular folks with cameras and mics and whatnot and the media could walk on the, I guess it's like a crow's nest, and you could see everything in full view, you know, the cars, the tires, the wheels, the teams, and the cars are revving. And if you like to hear that noise, oh my goodness, that's something to hear. Okay. As I said before, I have a special treat for you. Okay, and the treat is this young lady sitting to my right. Now, she was not the winner of Voice of a Rialto, but let me tell you something. She is a star, okay? And guess what? I am debuting her on my station and on my channel, and that thrills me. When I told her, I said, you know something? Even before she got into the last part of the competition, I told her and her mom, I said, you know something? Didn't I say that? I would love to put you on my show, even before. And I said, well, let's see how it goes, okay? And lo and behold, you didn't win. But when you got up there and you start singing with the group afterwards, your voice came out. And I said, that's the person. That's that voice. I heard it and I go, oh, there's no way I'm going to let you slip through my fingers. There's no way. I'm not gonna do it. And I tell you, so for the next little bit, we're just going to talk casually, and then she's going to sing a song for you, okay? Right? So, young lady, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
All right. Now, Liz Rivera.
Elizabeth Rivera. Either one, I go by either one.
Elizabeth. Folks, I said she was 17, right? I had to stand corrected. She's not 17. She's 15 with a 30-year-old voice. Young lady, how long have you been singing?
I started taking it seriously at 10 years old and just going to competitions and starting to get vocal teachers and whatnot. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So you've had training.
I've had a little bit of training, yeah.
And it shows.
Thank you.
No kidding. And mom and dad, they're in the studio, by the way. And mom and dad are backing you up 100% on this, huh?
Mm-hmm. They support me a lot, and I'm very grateful for it.
Great. So how does it feel being on stage and singing to the masses?
It feels amazing, actually. Every time I'm up there, especially in front of a big crowd, I just lose myself in the song, and it's one of the best feelings I've ever had in the world. But in front of like smaller audiences, I'm a little bit more nervous, so I have to watch that. But it's still.
Why is that?
I don't know. I guess it's just because of all the eyes that I can see, and like when they're bigger crowds, I can't really see everyone, so they kind of fade in. So I guess that makes me less nervous.
So when you're on stage, do you focus on a certain point, or now large or small crowds? How do your concentration? Where is it at?
It's the feeling of the song and what I'm thinking about during the song, mostly.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So are you looking into people's eyes, or are you looking over their heads, or what?
If it's smaller crowds, I try to look over their heads, but if it's larger crowds, I try to point out some of the people and talk to them individually.
No kidding. So what would be one of the largest crowds that you've have sang your song to?
That was the IE Salsa Festival. Oh, I loved it so much. There were so many people. Oh my gosh. My favorite part of it was I was on stage, and my Thea was recording me, and she is the first one to go up, like really close to the stage, and that makes everybody else go up too. So like I wasn't really paying attention. I was into the song, and when I look back and I look at the audience and they're all up close, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is so amazing.
No kidding. What song was that you sang?
I sang the same one I'm gonna do right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna grace us with that song. So how'd you get picked for that?
For the IE Salsa Festival?
Yeah.
It was, I think my mom submitted a video, and I was one of the top 5 or 6 people. And it was like a audience vote, so who was ever voted the most won. There was two competitions. There was the under 15 and over 15, or over 18. Yep.
You're 15 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. You got a ways to go. But, man, your voice is, I tell you, it's incredible at some point. I have a good listening ear. I really do, and I kind of sing a little bit. But, and I'm so surprised that when it came down to it, that song, it just didn't work for you that day. For some reason, I don't know what it was. It just didn't work with all the judges. I don't know if you were nervous. I don't know what it was. And I go, oh, my God. I know you got a fantastic voice, but for the judges, it just didn't work. But guess where you are now? No one else. No one else. Not even the top 2. You hear what I'm saying? Not even the top 2 are sitting at this table. You are. Okay? So you'll be singing to 5,000 muscleheads out there, right? which is okay, because you can focus all your attention to your mom, or even look at this guy in the studio, Joe over here, but he might throw you off though. But nevertheless, what city are you from?
I'm from Rialto.
Yeah, and that's my hometown.
You.
Okay. And what school do you attend?
I go to Etiwanda High School. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's not right in Rialto, but okay. All right. And you sing at church and whatnot?
I do mostly competitions, and I go to a lot of open mic nights. So,
really?
Yeah.
The American Idol, have you tried out for that?
Oh, we submitted videos and stuff like that, and I heard this one's the last season that they're having, and we're going to submit one more video.
Okay. What about The Voice?
The Voice have not tried yet. Yeah. That sounds like a good experience, though.
Sure. And you have the voice for it, and I'm quite sure you'll go far. Now, at 15, I wonder what you're going to sound like when you get 22, in your 20s, out of high school, and you've gotten more singing under your belt, and I just can't imagine where you're going to be at. But all I could say is when you do make it, and do cut that CD or whatever they put it on then, they might be diamond chips or something like that, I can say, with authority, I had her on my show when she was 15. I had her on my show when she was 15. So not only are you going to be a celebrity, but I'll be a celebrity too. Because I had her. I heard her voice. I heard her voice and picked her out of all those folks, and she's here at our table at Gotcha Racing Live. Now, folks, we're always talking about motorsports, but I had to do this. I actually had to do this for my own sanity. I had to do this and put her on. I was not going to let this go by me. So for those of you who want to hear engine sounds, I got them. Bike sounds, I got them. But guess what? Today you're going to hear the sound from this young lady, okay? And she's going to take us out in a little bit. You got any shout-outs, anybody?
Oh, I'd love to shout out my mom, my dad who's in the studio, my 2 brothers, Andy and Armando, my grandparents, Mami Lupe and Babcha, that's what they call them, and Ian.
Okay. Now, did you tell them you were going to be on streaming?
I told them yes.
Okay, so they're looking at you live right now then.
Oh, I think a couple of them are just listening on the radio, but hi, guys.
Okay. Yeah, this goes in 174 countries across the globe. Okay, today. So not only are you talking to the 5,000 people out there in listening land, are streaming across the globe. So I can say I had her first on my show. Now I feel really good. Okay, you're gonna bless us with the song, and I believe you set it up with our man, the engineer, the top. Matter of fact, he's the top engineer at the station. Okay, JP, I call him, is Joe Pagano, and you've already gotten that with him.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to stand? You want to sit?
I'm fine either way.
Really? Yeah. Okay. All right. Without any further ado, we will, listening world, listening audience, Joe Britt Live, Gotcha Racing Live,
We're at KCAA. We're introducing Elizabeth Rivera, and she's a star in her own right. I picked her out. Now. Here she is. So, Joe Pagano, if you can start the music, please. I'll back up and let you do your thing.
Thank you. You and me, we used to be together, every day together, always. I really feel like I'm losing my best friend. I can't believe this could be the end. It looks so you're let go, and if it's real, well, I don't want to know. Don't speak, I know what you're saying, so please stop explaining. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. Don't speak, I know what you're thinking, and I don't need your reasons. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. Our memories, well, they can be inviting, but some are altogether mighty frightening. As we die, both you and I, with my head in my hands, I sit and cry. Don't speak, I know what you're saying, so please stop explaining. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. Don't speak, I know what you're thinking, and I don't need your reasons. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. It's all ending. I gotta stop pretending who we are. You're listening to KCAA 1050 AM. This is Elizabeth Rivera singing live, and a huge thank you to Joe Britt for having me on his show. Don't touch that dial, guys.
Listen to her. You know what? She's made for studio work, Joe. Okay.
You me, I can see us dying. Are we? Don't speak, I know what you're saying, so please stop explaining. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. Don't speak, I know what you're thinking, and I don't need your reasons. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. I know what you're saying, so please stop explaining. Don't speak, don't speak, don't speak. Oh, I know what you're thinking, and I don't need your reasons. I know you're good, I know you're good, I know you're real good. Oh, la 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 la, la 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 la. Don't, oh, hush, hush, darling, hush, hush, darling, hush, hush, don't tell me 'cause it hurts. Hush, hush, darling, hush, hush, darling, hush, hush, don't tell me 'cause it hurts.
Right. All right. Fantastic voice. I told you. The listening audience, I told you. Now, she's 15 now, okay? 5 years, she'll be 20. And I tell you, her voice is just only improve, and she has her parents to back her up. Mom and Dad, come on in here.
Come on. You know, at this station and me, we leave no one behind. So come on. Show the audience who you are. It's okay. We don't
come on, guys.
Come on. Show your faces
This
to
is who
our
supports me so
174 stations across this blue dot. This is Mom and this is Dad, folks. All right. You know what?
Got the whole gang here.
Thank you.
Thank you,
because I know it takes time to develop this young lady's voice, and you guys are behind her. You know, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But so am I. So whatever you need that I can help you with, okay? I mean, I'm like an octopus. I'm all over the place too. All you gotta do is call. Okay? Call me. You got my digits. Just call me and see if I can help facilitate whatever you need for this young lady's career. Okay?
Thank you so much already. We definitely appreciate it.
Good. The pleasure's mine. Thank you for coming. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Told you, folks. All right. Next week, hey, the guy is out there in Fontana at B-Works. I gave you a shout out, didn't I? Your interview is going to be next week, all right? We didn't have time to put it on this week, but I will get it out next week. And, man, it's so much I got on the agenda. We'll be talking to a couple of CEOs of their own car companies coming up pretty soon. Speaking with some track operators. We'll be speaking with some track promoters. It's a gamut of folks that I have on the agenda. So, you know, I am out and about every day trying to give you what I think you want to listen to. Trying to give you information that I think will be valuable for you in your life, right? From the automotive industry to the motorcycle industry, you can get it all here on Gotcha Racing Live. Now, also, check us out on YouTube. You can check us out under Gotcha Racing TV and see the shows we've done for the past since 2004. Okay, so we didn't just fall up a turnip truck yesterday. We fell up a turnip truck a little while ago. And we have some fantastic shows that you need to look at. So, Gotcha Racing TV. Check us out on YouTube. You want to check us out on Google? Either just put my name, Joe Britt, and put Rialto behind it, or put in Gotcha Racing TV. You will see that I'm not just blowing smoke, okay? I'm trying to help out my community, trying to help you to go forward in your life. I appreciate you coming on and listening to me run my mouth every Saturday. I will continue to give you what I think you might want. This is Joe Britt, Gotcha Racing Live. I want to say God bless. Take care. Joe Pagano, can you take us home? Thank you for showing up.
Thank you for inviting me.
What a fantastic voice you got. Boy, you just put it on them, didn't you? 8:15. And she gave you guys a heck of a treat. Joe Pagano, thank you for engineering and doing the song for her. I really appreciate that. You know, girl, the pleasure's all mine. And whatever I can do to help you out, I will. Okay? Folks, this is Joe Britt, Gotcha Racing Live. You'll catch us here every Saturday at 4 o'clock. Give you the up-to-date racing information, up-to-date racing news, and from the business community. We're here to serve you. So, take care. God bless. And we are done for the day. All right.
You're on board KCAA's Inland Talk Express. KCAA, Loma Linda, 1050 AM, the station that leaves no listener behind.
Welcome to My Awesome Empire. This week, we meet two great people who have helped Inland Empire kids become great, and the youngest kid hero we've ever welcomed. Bobby Avila had a tough time growing up in San Bernardino, but he loved making music. By the time he was an adult, he shared his love for music with his own sons and made history. His Inland Empire family has 4 Grammys and a love that is perfectly in tune. We meet Bobby later in our show. What's so awesome about Mentone? A local 4-year-old tells us. But first, we meet the lady behind the Renaissance Scholars Program. Now celebrating its 10th anniversary, this innovative program helps foster kids who, through perseverance, have made it to college. This program provides every aspect of life needed to help those foster kids make it to cap and gown. Earlier this week, Cal State San Bernardino communications student Alasia Gowai sat down with Veronica Amerson, the program's director, and asked where the idea for such a program all began.
Well, the EOP program, which is the Educational Opportunity Program, has actually been around since 1969. But since we're focusing on the foster youth program, let me just share a little bit about how that all came about. The EOP program itself, its mission is to provide access to higher education to disadvantaged students. Really, that's the foundation of the program. And in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was a mandate that came, a legislative mandate, where state legislators were really pushing to make sure that this at-risk population, which is foster youth students, had access to higher education. So they looked upon CSUs, UCs, community colleges at the time and really charged them to provide specialized programs to serve foster youth. And since the EOP program has been providing access to higher education to disadvantaged students, it was a very natural fit for EOP programs across the state to start building these types of programs. We had already been serving foster youth for a period of years. It was just a matter now that they were going to be very specialized services that were going to be offered to this population.
How do these foster kids come to your attention?
Well, one of the services that the EOP program offers is outreach. And so we are very strategic. Every year, we get together with our EOP counselors. We look at the K through 12 school districts that are serving students in the area, local and outside area. And so once we kind of identify where those pocket of population of students are, then we intentionally go out to those high schools and recruit students from those schools to expose them that there is a program